Hey everybody, Sweaty Zeus back again, continuing Elden Ring. Okay, so I went back and got my runes at Castle Morn. I'm not going to finish that yet, I just wanted to show you the Claymore, which again is one of the better, definitely one of the better swords in the game as far as like standard non-boss weapon swords. Might be the best actually, and it's a staple in these games. It's always one of the best in FromSoft games, all the way back to Demon Souls. So we got to that and more, and we'll go back and I'll show you the rest of the way through. But that's really all I wanted to do there now, because got a couple more things I want to show you in this area. And the boss there, it's not difficult, not overly difficult, but it's challenging if you're new, because you're going to have your roll timing a lot more down, and just want to give you a little more cushion before we go for that. So we'll knock that out very soon. You don't have to kill these guys. I'm just doing it because I'm talking. Alright. I'm also trying to pick up as many animal bones as I can get. I think by now I can make some decent arrows. One. I'll hold off on that. We'll refill this. That beats poison, or ends poison. So we're going to go this way. There's a tower here. You can get up there this way. Come on. I knew that was going to happen, but I was trying to survive it. Alright, so hop in here. This one isn't really like, wasn't really what I was coming here for, but we're not going to come back in this area after we do the things I'm wanting to do now, so I'm trying to go ahead and knock this out. It's a ballista, if you want that, the hand ballista. It's basically like, you know, the more powerful crossbow, one of the most powerful ones you can get, especially early. Alright, so we need to get down. Is it down there? Okay, yeah, that's back on the other island. We don't want to go there. Thinking there's a way down over here. Is there any items or anything? Oh, this takes us over here. Okay. So you can start at that grace too if you want. I didn't even realize you could get to that through here. This game's so big and like so interconnected. You find something every time you play it. Alright, so we're gonna double jump down to here. So we're now right over here in this wooded area. We're gonna knock out the Demi-Human ruins over here. Gonna get you a staff. Not the greatest staff, because I mean, it's okay, but we're gonna get a really, really good one here soon. Alright, so the Demi-Human Queen is over here. The Demi-Humans are like the little monkey human-looking things. That's her there. You can go in and torrent or on foot. I think it's easier on torrent. Just charge up and drag it across her, let go. She'll do magic. You gotta watch out for the little guys around her too, but she'll actually hit them when she's trying to hurt you. So you can see we've already finished her. She's super easy. This is all like really early game stuff. See, we got another spell, which is Crystal Barrage, I think. I thought there was a hidden... Some of these runes have like hidden floors. If you roll over, it'll uncover. I was thinking that was one, but it's not. Any of these runes above ground, or the ones like the cave ones, are always going to have like a treasure chest. The ones that are above ground like this, because of that, they always have, like, you know, the staircase we've seen that leads down a few times. There's always going to be one anytime you see a ruins like this. First time I played through the game, I missed several of them because I couldn't find them. But just keep looking. It's there. You're just probably missing it. Come on, that should have hit. Get out of here. Thought he was alive. The ragdoll physics crack me up. Sometimes they totally catch me off guard. I think we need torrent here, if I'm remembering right. Yeah, because it's in there. Need to get over that. There we go. Shield. And if there's any of these items you don't want, you know, feel free to ignore them. Like if you don't want that shield or the staff, you can just totally ignore this ruins area. I like doing it just to kind of, you know, I'm kind of a completionist and I like seeing everything that's out there. But you know, if you just want to play the game you want to play, totally ignore it. It's fine. Just fast forward to the next thing I do and see if that interests you. Spirit Spring, jump off this. Here's a new enemy we're going to be seeing. These are Guardians. They've got a really cool weapon. It's like a sword and a spear. Kind of like a cross between. And I actually like their mask too. I think it's like... honestly, I'm kind of disappointed in the some of the armor in the game, especially the helmets, the masks. A lot of them are kind of goofy looking, and I prefer like kind of like, you know, badass looking knight type thing with the intimidating armor. You know, there's like 3 sets in the game like that. Most of them are like, you know, you're wearing a alien looking guy. It's just head the Albernatics, or you're wearing like the big Burger King heads, and I'm not a fan of them. It's a minor gripe, but the prior Souls games always had really, really cool looking armor. And this one's kind of different. I don't know why, but there's not a lot of great looking armor. Especially helmets. Like there's some cool armor sets, but I don't like hardly any of the helmets. Alright, so we're gonna ride up this way. You'll see something really cool up here, which is your first walking mausoleum. See over in the distance there? A big building on legs. Probably seen it from the commercial. If you saw the gameplay trailer when this first was revealed 2 years ago. It's seen millions of times. I'm sure you've seen it. Alright, so here's our church. We're going to head in here. Pick up another tier, which will increase the amount our flasks heal even further. Let's head down to flask. Increase the amount replenished. Yes. Oh, we had two. See, I had one I forgot about, so that's why I always hit it twice, because sometimes I'll have one I forgot I had, or I meant to turn it in, but I didn't. So we got two of them that time. And spears sometimes are tough to fight against because they don't allow you to get close. Keep you at a distance. Alright, so they're both dead permanently. Jellyfish just kind of feels out of place by itself. But I was wondering if there was some sort of point, but there's the golden iron shield. Forgot that was there. Most of this I'm going off memory. And then before each episode I record, I try to think about what I want to try to cover. And then, sometimes I deviate, but I try to get like a general idea of like what I think I could do in the next episode and would be helpful if I were, playing the game the first time. Only got two. I thought I'd get a bunch of those guys. It's cool when you come back and have like a giant AoE, which is like when you have huge spells that get like massive entire areas. You can just come in and like nuke all the sheep and get like 20 animal bones all at once. There's a couple of catacombs. There's one inside that wall there. We're heading over this way though. It's funny too, every time I think of something that I missed, it's like, oh yeah, I should have included that, or I should have included that, because the game is just so big, and when you're doing a walkthrough, you're not going to get everything, but what I thought would be cool would be to just kind of show someone playing, so someone that's struggling can kind of see how someone who has played these games quite a bit, see how they would approach it. Maybe you can pick something up from it. Oh god, I hate the pages. These are the worst. You will hate these enemies. They are terrible, and they seem weak, and I'll probably dispatch them easily. But they have like one move that can usually one shot you if your health's not really good. They're crossbows. I don't think these ones, but the ones later on will have like a 3-round burst. You know, like a M16 type of crossbow. It shoots like 3 bolts all at once, and they're explosive, and it'll knock down like 1200 HP at once. So, as I was telling you, I was going to get you a really cool weapon for every class. Now, if you're going to play Faith, we just got yours, which is the wing scythe. Really, really cool. I used this on my first playthrough. It's got a great move set. And it's got a really, really cool Ash of War, which isn't going to like, you're not going to see the big explosion and energy, but you can kind of see the move. It's like an upward cut and then slam. Really, really cool. It leaves like a big blue slash, and then it's actually in the that trailer I was talking about. There's a part where he's sneaking up in a, well, it looks like a church. It's the academy, and he takes out like 3 mages at once with that move. So, if you're Faith, there's your starting weapon. You're welcome. Enjoy it. It's a really good one. Or you can use this one, the Golden Halberd. See, you got 2 choices there. Dex. This is your Dex Faith weapon, and here's your Strength Faith weapon. So that's taken care of. Alright. Sorry, I had to hop off for a second. I am back. So, Tombs Were Ruins. This one was... Yeah, we already went down there. Okay. I had to leave for about 30 minutes, so... I don't know if we have enough keys. I hope we do here. Yeah, we do. Okay. Some of them take 2. So, this is one most of you are probably going to want to get. It's a little bit tough of a fight, but again, if you've been leveling Vigor like me, it should be easy. Say that, and I'm probably going to die here. Yeah, I remember, like, first time I played through, this guy was, like, the amount of damage he was doing was just insane. So do that. See how big a difference that makes? So we did, the first time, we did 153 damage. So now we're going to buff with Determination again. Same move, 244. So from 153 to 244, huge difference. When he does that move, you're going to need to roll to the side. It only lasts for a few seconds. You gotta do it fairly quick. It only works for 1 hit, but it's really good against bosses. There we go. Shit. He just beat us to that move there. Right again, run to the side. Oh, that's the more storm. There, we run to the side. That's a good time to get in a hit or close the distance. Get back and heal. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. I'll show you why the reward for this one's so good. Radagon Scar Seal. Alright, so you got the Radagon Scar Seal. Check that out. Now look at the right hand on our Vigor, Endurance, Strength, and Dex. This is going to bump them all 3 points. And it's going to raise the amount we can carry by 5, little under 5 pounds or units. And then our HP is going to go up 130. It's a really, really, really good talisman. The problem is it also lowers our defense negation stats. You can see lightning goes from 5 to -3. Fire is, well, it's because we're over the fire one, but it goes from 28 down to 21. So they all drop about 7. Some a little more, I think, some a little less. It's probably percentage based, 7 or 8. So, it's about 8, looks like. So we drop about 8 percentage points. So you will take a lot more damage, but you're going to gain 130 hit points. I think I might have said horsepower earlier. I don't know why I did that. That was hilarious. If that's what I said in my mind, that's what it sounded like. But it's going to increase, look, your immunity, your robustness, your focus, your vitality. And I haven't explained those, but those are your resistance to bleed damage, poisons, rot. So immunity's poison and rot. The higher it is, the harder you are to be procced by poison or rot or catch that status change. Robustness is blood loss and frostbite, same thing. Focus is madness and sleep, same thing. Resistance to death is vitality. That's like an instant death thing. Like you get, just like bleed, we'll see it a little later, but if you're being afflicted by it and you don't like lower it or get away, you'll just die immediately. It's not like you get hit with the status and start losing health or lose strength or some type of buff. You just instantly die. So that's it. So it's a tough one. But yeah, so I mean this thing is really, really good. So a lot of times too, it's really good if there's a weapon that you want to try. It's just outside like what you can equip. So like it's not quite there for us, but the Bloodhound sword, Bloodhound's Fang, we're several levels off of it, but with this, we're only 1 strength and 1 dex away. So makes a really big difference. I'll go ahead and throw that on, and then when I head up here and get an attribute in each, we'll be good to go. So there's a bunch of those guys. They guard the mausoleum, the walking mausoleum, so just run in this side. 4th church wraps around, so go this way. Grab your grace, just like the invisible guy. Alright, and then here's another tier. See what I'm doing now? I'm getting you to grab all these different upgrade mats in the first quarter of the game, and we're throwing them all on now. So I don't think we have enough yet, but we can increase replenished. So now our health is going to heal almost fully with every flask use, where before it was taking like 3 or 4 to completely fill up our bar there. Alright, I'm really forgetful. I do this all the time. I leave with, I'll walk out with 100,000 runes and go fight something, and always spend them when you can. So 1 strength, 1 dex. We can throw more in there somewhere if we want. I'm going to throw some in endurance. It's going to raise our carry weight. You see our max equip load there going up. And it raises our stamina, which is, everything you do is governed by stamina. This one you're going to want higher as well. Even if you're a mage, you're going to use stamina for casting. And also, I wanted to say something I forgot to mention earlier. Dexterity for mages will determine how fast you can cast spells. So the higher it is, the quicker they'll get out when you throw a cast out. I think it's like once you get past like 2025, I don't know how critical it is, but you don't want to go out there with 10 dex, I don't think, as a mage. Usually a mage, I think, like dex and intelligence go together well, and then strength and faith, in my opinion, kind of go together well on the like the different weapons and spells and stuff. They seem to match up. And then arcane, some of the faith spells require arcane, and some of the intelligence spells require arcane. So it's just kind of like if there's one you really like, sometimes you gotta throw a stat in there. So, wait, what? Why is it still not usable? Oh, we didn't spend the rings. I thought I hit yes, but I guess I hit no. 1 in each, 1 in endurance. There we go. Now we can even one-hand it now. So if we even, say want to throw a shield over here, we can parry. That's parry and shield bash. This one causes blood loss too. Shield made to venerate the maiden whose eyes were crushed by briars of sin before being reborn in these lands. Venerating their pose of the soul. Shield boosts focus. This one boosts your focus as well. Braced on the shield, use body weight to ram foes while maintaining guard stance. Parry, no skill. And then here's the turtle shell we got up on that, on top of that tower earlier. So we gotta go get that staff for our mage friends. So this one will be good for parries. For some reason, I don't know, but the smaller shields are always have bigger parry windows. It's just a Souls thing. I don't know why it's like that, but alright, so we did that, did that, did that, did that, did that. We need to do this one. There's runes there, there's a graveyard over there, and let's see, we got about a half an hour left in this video, so we can go grab our mage stuff for our mage friends, and then we can knock this out and this, and we'll be done here pretty much, other than we've still got some catacombs and stuff we gotta do. Okay, tell you what, let's go over, well, we'll knock this out first, and then we'll head on. I kind of want to mess around with parrying now. I'm kind of excited. Ooh! First try! You see this thing hit so hard. Oh man, our timing, look at that. Ooh, buddy. I've never used a small shield just because they don't, give like full damage negation. It's always kind of irked me. But, man, they are easier to parry with, for sure. There's no doubt about that. Alright, boys, get off me. Getting annoyed. Alright, that's it. Let's see how good that move is now. I freaking hate these bats so much. Ooh, I'm off. Ooh. Man, it's a delayed poke. It's doing a lot better a minute ago when there we go. See, it takes a lot of practice. Like I've played all these games and probably done 5,000 parries, but my timing's off. It's been a while. So that thing is cool, but it does something pretty cool, but it's not gonna help us right now. We can't do anything with it right now. After we defeat our first major boss, we'll come back to that, and it'll allow us to duplicate their like boss remembrance, they call it, which is basically the like you get a little item that shows you beat them, and you can either crush it and get like 30,000 runes out of it, or you can turn it in and get a weapon that is like specific to that boss. But there's several of those what are called walking mausoleums throughout the game, and if you go into them, you got to knock them down, and then you go into them, and they will duplicate a boss memory. You can do it so many times per playthrough. I love that move so much. There we go. Watch out for these guys. They don't seem that tough, but you see right there, they have a move where they'll just fall on the floor and start spazzing out, and they will like drain your entire health, and they'll do like 10 hits in like 1 second. It's pretty wild. So, oops, wrong one. Alright, so our friend Selin from earlier that we met, the sorceress, is here. She'll just moan and groan when you try to talk to her, so just ignore. And we get an ambush shard, which is another kind of useful magic spell. It's not my favorite, but it has its uses. So it's one that, like, say if someone's using a shield and you're trying to hit them, you can leave it and you can run, and when they follow you, it'll hit them in their back, so it kind of delays, and it like spawns behind their back. So it's kind of like its own little thing. I never used it much. Like I used it a little bit, but there was always something else like really cool that was taking up my memory slots. So I never spent a lot of time with it, but I forgot we had that. Use that, it'll get rid of our poison status. There should be a grave over here somewhere. So I'm getting mixed up in the area we're in. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. I think I'm just kind of mixed up. So these waypoints, when we set them, if you just ride through them, they'll disappear. So we're gonna head down here. There's another shack, another merchant. Grab that grace. And we probably need to rest. And we've got even more runes, so we can level up one more time. We're going to hit that nice round 30 number, and we're not going to need to touch that for a while. So now comes the fun part. You've done the hard work. You've got all your health taken care of, and then from here on out, you can tinker and play and mess with different weapons and different builds and all that. But first, you got to make sure you don't die, as I recommend for people. I also don't recommend you sell all your stuff like this, like I do. But I know what I'm not going to use and what I am going to use. So sometimes I'll come in here and sell some of these, which really probably isn't a good idea because you use these for crafting. But I get where I don't want to come back to these merchants after I deal with them, so it's like I try to get everything in one go, and if I can't, usually end up just selling a bunch of crap. So it's not the best idea. Generally don't sell weapons either because you'll only get one chance to pick them up, and then if you sell them, they're gone forever, except for ones like that. That one's a drop, a guaranteed drop at a certain spot. So I'm not worried about selling it. And I'm probably not going to use it either. But I usually try not to sell them. I just leave them in there. Because there's been times I've sold them and then, later on I'm like, oh, I want to try that thing. And, I don't have it anymore. So, alright. Don't want to sell any of those. See, these I'll sell too. They're ugly. I'll never use them. And they're not guaranteed, but they are a consistent drop. And I usually just go through and any multiples I'll get rid of. Unless it's like a consumable like that. So now, while you're here, be sure to buy one of these lanterns. You don't have to, but I recommend it. And then the stone sword keys always, we want to get as many of those as we can. Can't get any now, but... And this is a really good strength weapon if you want a really big sword and just want to go around and bonk everything in the game and do a best Mel Gibson Braveheart impression. Get the Zweihander. It's a pretty badass sword. It's ridiculously big. Like, it's so big it looks silly, but it's cool. Actually, I don't know. I wouldn't say it's that big, but there's also a spot later on, I know, where we can pick one up. But, they're usually so cheap. If you want to buy one, buy one. And you can get two. Oh, here's the graveyard. You could get two, and then you could dual wield, or as we call it, power stance. Use both of them. Then you can it kind of hits with both at the same time, and you can do a lot of damage like that. So there's a bunch of these little runes just in each of these coffins. These are going to be throughout the game. Anytime you ever see a graveyard like this, just look, and there'll always be a bunch of little runes on the open coffins, usually. So you can crush those. Now we're at about 3,000. So we did that. Did the little graveyard right here. Alright, so we're going to go grab our mage weapon. We went to this church earlier. We're going to go back. Now there's a lot of cool stuff we can get around here. And we definitely don't want to do it at night. So let's get out of that. because at nighttime there's things that go bump in the night, and there's a lot of bumps in the night in Caelid. Caelid was like a meme the first days this game came out because it is so insane when you come over here for the first time. Like the rot that gets inflicted on you is like a lot of times going to kill you in a matter of seconds. It just takes your health like ridiculously fast. The animals, this thing's inflicting rot on me as I try to kill it. Well, rot lasts forever. There's these giant dogs that look like T-Rexes and giant, there you can see right there, a raven that looks like a T-Rex as well. And they'll eat your lunch, man. I mean, they'll kill you in a couple hits. But again, since we've leveled to level 30, we can actually take quite a bit of damage from them and be okay. I go ahead and spend any runes you have here too, by the way. So probably gonna. Yeah, we need some in mind. We don't have enough anyways. Doesn't matter. Don't be afraid to put some in mind, even if you're not going to do any magic stuff, because you're going to use mind for your summoning, and again for your skills. So if you have like some Ash of War you really like and you want to use it a lot, if you don't have a lot of FP, it's not going to go well. So we're going to hop on our horse, and these things are going to be out to kill us. They're going to be chasing us and trying to eat us. So what we're going to do, I'm trying to get where I can open the map, but something's wanting to eat me somewhere. Maybe? Please. Alright, so up there on top of that hill, if you can see right above the tip of my hat, there's a little house. We need to get to that, and we're going to get an item that's going to make this area so much easier. Still going to be really hard. It's going to be the hardest thing you've messed with till now, but it's going to make it about 2 times easier. So we're just going to haul ass, try to watch my path and see where I go. We're just going to haul straight for it. We're not going to stop. So take off from here. We're going to hug this outer ledge as much as we can because there's a bunch of dogs over there on the left. It's another grace. See the dog over there? We're going to hug right, so he didn't come over here. Going to immediately hop off the horse with L3, grab the grace. If you die, you can spawn back here. De-aggro anything. There's 3 dogs up ahead, and there's a white dog, which the white dogs are the leaders. They have a lot more HP, and they'll usually call all the others if they spot you, so be careful. See right up here? So what we're going to do, you see that gap, we're going to jump it. We're just going to haul and hope they don't get us before we get across. Something just shot magic at us, I don't even know what it was. Double jump across there. It's another grace, because again, like I told you, they're kind of, when people say the game's hard, I'm like, dude, there's a grace every 15 foot. Like, come on. Like, what do you need? Like, just go play some of the other Souls games. I know people are like, I don't want to play Souls games, you know, but it's like, dude, like, they made this more accessible for everyone, and then everyone's like, you didn't make the game enough accessible. They did so many things to make this, like, where anyone can play it, and it is. But if you just don't want to do what it takes to be good, then, you know, you're not going to be good at something. It's like, I don't want to work, but I want to be a millionaire. Like, should someone just give me the money? That's like a bumper sticker logic take, but you know what I mean. Like, it's not that hard. You can play it however you want. You know, you can be a mage, you can play Zug and slap things around, you can... And that's our whole path, we're just trying to get here. So we're going to rest real quick. We're going to talk to this bro right here.
Well,
What's up?
Been an age since I've
In a while? Yeah, because you're in Caelid. No one's going to wander over here, buddy. But this is what we wanted. Our new best friend. It's our beast repellent torch. And this will be with us for the rest of the game. You can also get the samurai armor right here, which is really cool. If you want to pick some of that up. Serpent Arrows inflict poison. This guy's got some pretty cool stuff. The Caestus fists, which are like basically like knuckle dusters if you want to fist fight like giant monsters. It's kind of silly, but this armor looks really cool too. So,
have a safe journey.
anyways, that's what we wanted, and I'll show you why this is so beneficial. So you've got a regular torch. You throw this on. Watch the dogs. They'll keep their distance. They won't attack. As long as you don't hit them, or slap them, or touch them, or anything. If you, the second I put it up, this dude, you're gonna see what these guys really do. Yeah, look at that, one hit. Yeah, we're dead. I was trying to roll back in there to heal, but yeah, those guys are brutal. When I first was playing this, I like stumbled around through all this, like not knowing where I was going, and it was interesting. So you can see I have the torch on my back. If you look at the bottom left, it's showing equipped, but when you're on the horse, only your right hand armament shows. But that's fine. They're still going to treat me like I have it out. So the only thing that kind of sucks about this is the crows. Ignore it. They'll still treat us just like we never got it. But this will allow us to kind of go through here and pick up some items. They're really, really going to help us on our way. So there's going to be a another beetle up here. We're going to slap. You can see it's right there by the top of my sword on that log. It's a level 8 somber stone, which is what you can upgrade your super cool weapons like the one we have here with. You see how strong everything is here. It's take a second to. We'll probably inflict bleed in a second, but I'll get away. It does explode. I got a somber 8, which those are hard to find. Like even at 70% through the game. I mean they're super super rare. But we come over here early and find one, and we're in business. So now we just need the ones in between. Right here's our map fragment. So pick that up. You want to hit your map button. You can see now this is all populated. We're going to go up here soon. I'm going to show you some stuff up here too. Especially a farm that we can get use right now. So there's 2 dragons over there. It's our first run in with dragons. We're not going to fight those guys yet. They'll eat our lunch for sure. Isn't it crazy though? I have 30 vigor and that dog like almost one-shot me. He took like 70% of my health. So come down here. There's some chairs. A somber 9, which is even better than the 8. I mean, and we get a rune arc, which I'll explain those a little later. But they're really important. Anytime you can buy or see one, grab it immediately. They're super good. So we're gonna go down here now. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go down there a different way. We're gonna go back here to the start. Actually, I changed my mind. I was gonna take on the dragon, but we're gonna do one other thing real quick. I want to get everybody on an even playing field here, so we can all have a nice fun start to the game. You see, I haven't even upgraded my weapon yet because I'm trying to make sure, you know, like everybody's, that I'm not making this easier on myself than what you're going to experience. So this is Dragon Burned Ruins or whatever it's called. This stuff in here is pretty weak compared to the dog's running away from our torch. Isn't that crazy? I've never seen them take off like that. I know they usually kind of cower, but he just ran off into the blue yonder. Oh my gosh, that is almost making me choke. I didn't even know that happened. Oh. Alright, so just ride through here, kill everything, pick stuff up, you know the drill. Like I said, this stuff should all be a joke to you now. See, we're just 4 hours in and like things are becoming trivial already. This game's not hard, and the further you get, you're gonna see that. There's my belly again, sorry about that. Alright. Put this up now. There's gonna be one or two more other things. I wanna grab that. There's some of these lilies over here. They're always good to get. Here's another really good starter dex weapon I'm gonna get for you if you're someone planning on using dex. So come a chameleon. No, I was gonna say come over here and jump over this wall. Like that. We're gonna go down here. Be sure to do this first, because there's another underground area. You don't want to do it till last. I'll show you why. Go down here. We've got the twin blade, which is a double-sided, you know, like Darth Maul type staff bladed thing. Super cool. Really good bleed weapon. If you want to put you know, some type of bleed ash of war on it. Alright, there's the other thing. There's a little room with a couple rats in it. Stone sword key. This guy's getting in my way all the time. Alright, so now we're going to run over here. And we're going to go down this one. Do not do it first. If you even watch this far. There's some rats in here. Check them out. If you can. I think they run away from this too, but again, if you attack them, then they'll ignore it. Alright, we're gonna hit that door. And this is a trap. So this is why we can be sure to come here last. When you open it, it's gonna suck you away. So this is like one of the first things I hit when I played the game, like the second or third chest I opened. Had like no health. And it transports you to like one of the harder areas you're gonna see in the first half of the game. And really like all you can do is like run out of here. But at this point, if you've leveled up with me, you should do fine here. Open this up, grab that stuff. Those are really good. I wish there's a way you had like a magic that used that same effect, because it's so strong. What the hell? Don't run from me. You really want to run from these guys. I don't know why I'm killing them. Sorry. I probably should have shown you how to get out. So if you're watching this, just ignore what I'm doing, and then I'll show you the path. Maggie's over here going crazy, my dog. Alright. So what you want to do. I should have just played it like I was a newbie, so sorry about that. You'll come in right here, and what you're immediately going to want to do, get off me, boy. You can see now we don't have a striking weapon. Even this, how strong this is not doing much. I had to hit him like 5 times. So, when you teleport in here, you're going to want to just get out of here at first. So you can come back and check it out. You know, if you want to die and pick up what you can, it's okay. But just run down this way first. Follow this path down. Just run, 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 run. These guys will start shooting these projectiles at you. We might get hit. No, we didn't get hit by one on the way out. And you're just going to drop down here. Here's the grace. There's a ton of upgrade materials back in there. Damn, we're about out of time. I'm going to run to that weapon real quick, see if we can get to it. Just for the mages, so you don't have to go any further. Then we'll at least all be even on weapons. Actually, I still got to get the faith weapon too for our faith guys. So, tell you what, I'll probably cut it right here. I think this is the this is a good spot to cut it, because we just made it out into the actual swamp. This is where things are going to start really getting cranked up. Honestly, this area is like kind of ahead of where we are as far as our character development. But we're just coming here to grab some things, and there's that move I'm talking about. Look at that. We're just going to grab some things and then head on back out. So, you know, don't get discouraged if it feels like you're getting your cheek flapped. Like, it's going to happen to all of us. It's probably going to happen to me in here. So, there's a right over this way. So, Rotten Stray, and then here's our grace. So we're going to grab this, and then I'm going to go ahead and close this episode out, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.